right, what is up, everybody? Shonnydman here, and welcome back. Let me do something real quick. We are here for a lovely little, just mainly just like a hangout kind of stream. I don't know how long this one will go. This was something I wanted to do because we got a lot this past weekend for sure. We got a lot of video game trailers. I think was it GamesCon or game, yeah. GamesCon was just earlier this week, I think like on Wednesday and Wednesday and Thursday, I think it was. And yeah, I think it was. And we got a lot of video games and stuff like that. So I haven't done one of these in a while. I mean, obviously we've been streaming, we've been doing Skyrim and that kind of thing. But I wanted to kind of just do a little just going over these video games. So that's mainly what I wanted to do. So let me do something real quick while I put this out. Let's see. So I'll put the word out. But yeah, so and also there's like other side stuff that I kind of want to like check in and go over because there was a lot of actually interesting games that were announced this past week that I'm very, very interested in. So we're gonna check out the Resident Evil Resident Evil Requiem stuff, the Ghost of Yotai, and a few other things like that as well. So, all right. Well, first and foremost, the first thing we're gonna get into is Battlefield 6. Now the beta is basically done. The game comes out, I believe, October. I believe it's October. Let me make sure that's right. I did play the beta. I liked it. It was because I think I played it once here on the gaming channel, like as just a random live stream, and then I played it over on the Rumble channel. Yeah, October 10th is when it comes out. So something that came out, I believe, earlier this week. Yeah, it was about 2 or 3 days ago. But let me pull it up. Let's see. Let me just do this. All right, we'll just do this. So they came out and said that they were going to like nerf movement.
Can you confirm with News Nation?
Get out of here. They're gonna like rework the movement in the game. So something that popped up that sorry, I didn't notice really when I played the beta was a lot of people. Basically, what how would you describe it as like basically COD players coming over and playing it? And the thing I very much hate about Call of Duty nowadays is like, whatever clip, and hold on, you can go and watch whatever clip, and you see somebody like sliding or just doing some kind of 360 spin or just something like kind of ridiculous. I'm just kind of like, it's just kind of like the movement. I just don't really care much for Call of Duty, and I don't really like much of the Call of Duty that is out there now. That's, I was really loving it when it was more like, World War II based, and then you have Modern Warfare 2, the early Black Ops series before they got into all the like high tech side of things, and I just didn't care much for it. But anyway, so the movement, because a random Twitter page I came across was basically complaining about it because I think he was a COD player and he was complaining about it. But this is basically what the Battlefield community update thing came out and said is movement mechanics have been adjusted to create a more balanced and traditional Battlefield experience. Momentum, especially horizontal speed carried from a slide into a jump, has been reduced. There is now a greater penalty for consecutive jumps, which lowers jump height when jumps are spammed. Firing while jumping or sliding will result in increase in accuracy. These changes are designed to make sliding, jumping more situational, so they are no longer ideal options for engaging in gunfights and will contribute to a gameplay pace that rewards skillful movement without becoming too fast or unpredictable. So let me see, where did I see it? I do have it somewhere here. There was somebody who, here it is. So let me pause it real quick. So it was here. Modern Warzone. I guess, let's see, what are you? Stop it. Okay, so clips. Okay, so clips like these are probably why Battlefield 6 decided to nerf movement. And you know what? I don't blame them. If the nerf goes as advertised, it would only stop ridiculous looking stuff like this from being possible in Battlefield 6. If you want to play like this, Call of Duty exists. So this is what it looks like. Well, let me shrink myself just a little bit. Okay. So I have not seen this clip, so I don't really know what, but I do know what people are talking about in terms of like COD movement. So I think we're okay. So see, that's just, oh, it's just low. Golly, that quality's low. Jeez. Yeah, that's just I don't even like that myself. Like it's just like, look at that. It just running and just hopping and just yeah, that's, see, I don't like that. A lot of other people seem to not like that either. And yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like, again, if you want to do that kind of stuff, then you can go over to play Call of Duty. I don't think I experienced it that much when I was playing the beta the other weekend, but yeah, it is very annoying. There was some other stuff too. There's somebody else. There's something else I saw. I don't remember if I bookmarked it or not. I don't think I did. Okay, so like, for instance, I agree with this person here. I guess I'm the weird one. I don't want to be on a slip and slide. I don't want the ice skate 360 crouch jumping. I don't want sprinting and crouch and hip fire. Yeah. And like none of the previous like Battlefield games did that kind of thing. At least not to my knowledge, because I'm not sure, but like, I've played like Battlefield 3, Battlefield 1, and Battlefield 5, but I didn't play, what was it, 2042? I didn't play that one. I haven't really been all that into Battlefield in quite some time. This was actually the first time I got back into the series, and I'm more than likely am going to buy this game and play it because I like it. Because if you look at like Hell Let Loose, it's basically the same thing. You don't do all that kind of sliding and stuff like that. It's more tactical based, and people probably like that more because in Call of Duty, you don't really, communicate that much, I guess, unless you're like with your friends or whatever. But I enjoy just being able to like play, do like a pretty fun tactical with people that revolves around teamwork and stuff like that. So and just nerfing the movement. DICE makes minor movement changes. Battlefield 6 is ruined. Checks profile full of Call of Duty clips. Many such instances quite telling. Yeah, so far from what I have noticed in regards to the Call of Duty clips and stuff like that, it's mainly just like, or like the Battlefield 6 clips, it's mainly just like the Call of Duty players that are the ones who are mainly complaining about it. And I mean, I don't care as much. I think for me, some of the obviously like this was the beta. There were like some of the maps I don't necessarily I think could have some rework things to it. Probably some not nerfing of certain weapons or things like that. There's some like minor tweaks that like for at least personally for me I would like, but at the end of the day, I don't really care that much as long as the game is like enjoyable and I'm having a fun time. As long as it's like nothing stupid, then I'm relatively good. Let me see if there is any other. I don't know if there was anybody else complaining. I wish I would have saved the person that was complaining about it. Because I don't remember the name. I know this was a big thing when the beta first came out, where you had this person. Which, listen, I don't know if this person was cheating or not. I don't. I'm not gonna get involved. There is cheating in a lot of these games. Call of Duty, Battlefield 6. It is pretty clear. So, but let's see. The amount of people who equate Battlefield 6 movie with COD is insane. We've lost the plot. But let me see. That's not what I wanted to see. Let's see if there's any other. Probably not. I'll see if there's like any other clips and stuff like that. That's the same one. That's just the same clip. But yeah. Oh, another thing is what is another thing is the sniping. That I think the glinting that you can get from it, you could I would like personally turn it down a little bit. Like I don't mind there is a glint to like let me know. Good Lord. To let me know. But yeah. So it's not too bad though. Not too bad. I enjoyed it. I do have a like a little clip of it on the gaming channel, so it was fun. I really relatively enjoyed it. A friend of mine like said he would have wished like guns were locked to specific classes. So like assault rifle has like like an MP16 or something like that, which I could probably would agree with that too. I think if you are a sniper, you shouldn't have like AK-47 or something like that. So I can pretty much understand that. Let's see. This was Steph from. Let's see. It's probably because I have all these other stuff open too. That's probably why. Fine here. Yeah. But yeah, it's yeah. I mean that's relatively it for the Battlefield 6 stuff. There was like more interesting stuff that happened this past week that I kind of want to get into. So the first thing, let's do this. I did not necessarily watch this the other day when it came out, but I decided to bring it up here. So we got more Jurassic World Evolution 3 stuff. All right. So this is about the marketplace facility.
Welcome back, park managers. Today, we'll be jumping straight into a park that's been running for a while. Looking around, it needs...
Like everything that they have shown from this game has just been absolutely, amazing. The dinosaurs that we've gotten, all the features that they're adding, the amazing enclosures that you can make, and in the parks and things like that. It hold on a second. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I got too much stuff going on. Stop it. Stop. Anyway, so a lot of the stuff that we've gotten when it comes to Jurassic World Evolution 3, I was hoping we would have gotten a release date for Jurassic Park Survival, but what I said the other week was when I released the video talking about the update was I would guess we would at the Game Awards this December, we'll probably get a release date. I think you still could have given us a release date when you dropped the behind the scenes stuff the other week, but obviously I don't think it's going to come in 2026 because 2025 because you already got Evolution 3 dropping in October as well. So I would probably guess maybe about, if I had to, probably like May, June of 2026, I would probably expect to see it come out. Now I wonder, because Chaos Theory for Netflix, Jurassic World Chaos Theory season 4, when does that drop? Let's see. Oh, okay, well, never mind. Oh, no. Oh, okay, yeah, it is. So season 4 of Chaos Theory drops this November. Okay, never mind. What I was going to say was if they were going to do a release of the Jurassic Park Survival, I was wondering would they have released it around the same time as Chaos Theory, but it looks like Chaos Theory is basically releasing the same year as Evolution 3.
It's our attention. This park simply isn't making enough money, so we're going to need to bring in something big to up that appeal.
When it comes to like the Jurassic World Evolution games, I have never been like, I will always give credit to people who are like design wise, they were like so good at creating just amazing parks. And I do want to maybe try that with Evolution 3 when that comes out.
And a quick, easy way to get more dinosaurs into your park is the marketplace. You won't have access to this at the start of your career, but the more parks you manage and clients you impress, you'll soon be able to access the marketplace to purchase dinosaurs. Now, let's see what species are available. First, we'll want an impressive flying reptile, and the size of the Quetzalcoatlus is certainly impressive. They're a bit expensive, but look at that.
Man, since the price is over $8 million. So look at that appeal, though.
Park appeal. Another number you should probably pay attention to is the seller's rating. Dark Jurassic Anon. Doesn't sound too good to me, but their rate.
We got like a little bit over 50%. Okay. Okay.
Over 50%, and this park is in dire need of some big attractions. It's a risk, but that is park management.
Yeah.
And it's paid off. This is sure to head up our cash flow. Now, let's find something for our lagoon.
So, 11 million for a mosasaur. So I wonder, are you still doing? I don't remember if they like said this or not. It was like fossil collecting, like fossil excavations and stuff like that. I don't remember if they said if that was coming back or. I mean, it might. I'm not sure if it is or not, but let me see. Okay, so.
The Mosasaurus, another crowd pleaser. And
so the Mosasaurus is like $11 million, and I think it had a higher rating than the Quetzalcoatl. All right, or higher park appeal. Yeah, about almost 10 or so more. Okay.
Dinosaurus, another crowd pleaser. And this time it's coming from a reputable source. Let's get them into our park. And finally, something for our land enclosure. We've spent a lot.
Plodicus. This one has a 90, basically almost a 100% trustworthy kind of thing. Triceratops. I think I saw people talking about this where it's like, am I not going to get a Gallimimus? This person, it has like a 40-ish% approval rating. So if I gotta buy a Gallimimus and get like a Compy or something, or a Pachycephalosaurus
Of our budget, so let's go for something a little smaller. This Gallimimus is cheap, probably because of the seller's rating, but we do have the perfect enclosure for them.
Oh,
That is not a Gallimimus.
Oh, that
We
is
wanted
crazy.
big attractions, but this enclosure was not built for a dinosaur that big. This is the risk you run when purchasing through the marketplace and trusting those less than reliable sellers. Right, we need to get this situation in hand. To get them out of our park, we'll need a response facility. Let's send our capture team over. They'll tranquilize the T-Rex so we can safely rewild them.
Alright, so let's see, hold on. You're about to remove the following from this sign. So basically, I think I did hear where basically like when you went and tranquilized a dinosaur, probably in the first 2 games, you could like sell them and get some money. This time around, that's not the case. You can just rewild them and you don't get any money for it. It actually costs you money, it looks like, to rewild a dinosaur that you didn't need, or not necessarily want, because like they thought they were getting a Gallimimus, they get a T-Rex. I love that, like the color design. I love that skin. It looks really good.
Ooh, new headliners. Little hiccup. I think we've managed to successfully turn this park around, and it now has 2 new headliners. It's not long now until you'll be taking on your own parks on October 21st. Good luck, park manager.
That's also cool. There's like a zip line. You know what? It also been very cool if they would have if they were able to like add it to where there was like a social media kind of feature to where like guests could like tweet, like maybe like use Twitter for instance. They could like have like a Twitter account and they can like talk about their experience. And now obviously that's like a lot of extra, but you could implement AI into probably generating that kind of stuff. Like, they can show pictures of some of the dinosaurs, kind of like what we just saw. Where'd it go? Like right here, like what if like a Twitter post was like, oh my God, look at this Mosasaurus, and it's like it's this picture right here. I think that would be a very cool thing to see.
It's not long now until you'll be taking on your own parks on October 21st.
Or even like getting a picture of like you up here.
Good luck, park managers.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. And so I'm very excited for it. So that was one of the things that came out earlier this week. Then obviously, like I said, we had
hello, park managers.
More stuff with Jurassic World Evolution 3. So this apparently they're bringing in Cretaceous Cruise. So okay, this one, because I wanted to wait again to like talk about it for the stream. I have not really seen this, so I don't know anything about this particular video.
Hello, park managers, and welcome to this exclusive.
There's a balloon. I think Jurassic Park Operation Genesis had a balloon.
First look at one of the new features coming to Jurassic World Evolution 3, the Cretaceous Cruise. I'm Sandy, a principal designer on the game, and in this demo, I'm going to show you how to build this attraction through several enclosures, including the T-Rex. Hopefully everything goes to plan.
Oh.
Let's dive right in.
Is there a risk that going through, like making your Cretaceous cruise through like a carnivore exhibit, is there like a risk of it being attacked?
I'm going to be building in our lovely Hawaii map. You can see we already have a lot going on.
Hawaii map. Yeah, I think that was one of them that was announced when the first trailer was dropped, I think it was.
Here with a mix of enclosures. We've got some lagoons, aviaries, and land enclosures, but also a number of new attractions. Floating in the background, you may have noticed a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
And over here, we have our new dinosaur encounter, where guests can pet your dinosaurs. These
so you're getting like a petting zoo too. That's actually really cool. I like that.
Are great, but what if you want something to go through an enclosure? Veterans of the game will be familiar with our gyrospheres, which will be making a return. However, the Cretaceous cruise lets your guests view dinosaur families whilst cruising along rivers and water bodies, opening up all sorts of interesting ways to construct your enclosures with this attraction in mind. Like all our attractions, I'm going to need an entrance. We have our building already placed down. Jurassic World Evolution 3 now features modular building, meaning you can customize buildings like this to your heart's content. We have 3 enclosures we want this ride to pass through, so our guests get to see a wide variety of dinosaurs, including that T-Rex we mentioned. I've placed a couple of security cameras around. We should be safe if things get a little chaotic. Let's start adding a track. It's incredibly easy. Clicking here, I can simply...
I like that you can still place the track even though there's like a dinosaur right there. Because I think in the first game, I don't remember in the second game, where whenever you place the track, if there was like a dinosaur or something blocking it, it would kind of like, wouldn't go down, obviously.
Lay down the route I want, adjusting the path to be curved or straight as needed. And while this is a great starting point, our new scenery pieces mean we can make these spaces even more interesting. Let's make the ride feel more dynamic by adding a rock arch. If we go into the scenery panel, we have a wide variety of rocks to choose from. Very easily, we're able...
Oh my god! Like when this game drops, I don't know how fast people are gonna do the story and all that stuff, but like we are gonna see some absolutely crazy park designs in this game, and I'm very excited to see. Like it is just crazy.
To create something unique for our ride. And then I think we want another type of structure over the path.
Like planning everything out, like planning out your park and stuff like that, the enclosures and designs. I think that's going to be interesting to see, because like this now makes me kind of be like, you know what, maybe I should really like really plan this out,
Here we have a structure we've turned into a blueprint. There we go. That looks great. Now we've reached the end of the enclosure, we need some more water in order to continue the ride. Let's place that down and add a track through this fence. In this new enclosure, you can see that we have these elevated areas of terrain that can act as natural barriers to keep dinosaurs separated. You no longer need to rely purely on fences to house your dinosaurs. I'm also moving into deep water now. Deep water is a new feature and a need for some of our dinosaurs. Certain species will be able to navigate through the water or swim. We can see in this enclosure we have some brachiosaurs. They're able to wade through deep water. On the banks of the river, you can also see foliage we've laid down to create a canopy around this area. Let's use one of the compound brushes to finish off a section over here. The scenery brushes make detailing your spaces super simple. We now have our ride complete. Let's open it and head down to guest level. There's multiple perspectives you can choose from when interacting with the kayak. You can observe from third person, first person, or even take control of the ride. In this perspective, you will take control, allowing you to move the kayak freely both along the track ride or outside it. From this vantage point, you can get up close to the dinosaurs. Let's take a look at our Parasaurolophus. In this enclosure, we have a number of males and females, each with their own unique colour and pattern, making the dimorphism quite apparent. Dinosaur traits will be able to pass down from generation to generation, with certain features being worth more to your overall park rating. Over here, we can see the juveniles as they play in their enclosure. They'll interact with each other as well as adults, so keep an eye out. As we head into the next enclosure, let's hop over to one of the guest kayaks and check out what they're able to see.
Oh, man.
Passing through the canopy, it's a great chance to call out just how good the new lighting and water in the game looks. It adds so much to the effect of this attraction. And finally, we make our way into the T-Rex enclosure. These guys can get a bit restless with boats traveling through, so you want to keep an eye, or preferably a security camera, on these sorts of enclosures. That about brings us to the end of our demo, and hopefully you can see just how creative and dynamic this new ride will be. There's so many ways to integrate it into your parks. I'm very excited to see what players will do with it when the game launches on October 21st.
We have detected a loss of power across the park. Please bear with us as we deal with the issue. Ladies and gentlemen, as a precautionary measure and for your safety, please proceed to your nearest shelter.
The more they put out with this game, like the more it just gets me. The more it just like it gets me excited because like it just looks so amazing. Like I love the Jurassic Park franchise. Yes, everybody's gonna like clown on it and stuff like that, because it's the state of it's in right now. But I still love it. Like it's so cool, so cool. So yeah, I think that was relatively all of the Jurassic World stuff, I believe. And then there's like let me make sure, but yeah, I think that was about it. Oh no, there's a new dinosaur reveal too that I did not see. That I think we saw it in the first Jurassic World video that we watched, but I did not see this one. This was like a new species that was announced, I think. Let's see.
Introducing the Patago Titan, one of the largest creatures to ever walk the Earth. This gentle giant boasts an incredibly long lifespan, making it a lasting presence in any park.
Okay.
Though slow to breed, the Patago Titan is a strong favorite among visiting guests, making every new arrival a rare and momentous event. Despite their size, Patago Titans are peaceful by nature, coexisting calmly with other herbivores. Massive, majestic, and built to endure, the Patago Titan is the ultimate titan for parks that think big.
That's pretty cool. I like that. I really like that. That was really good. Okay, I think that's relatively it in regards to the Jurassic World stuff. So, let's see. Okay. Another fun thing that came out this previous week was Lego Batman. Now I have never played a Lego Batman game before whatsoever. But watching this trailer got me like really excited to, one, play the games, and then two, buy this game. This game, it comes out this year, I think. So let's check it out.
I need to become more than a man. I need to become a symbol. What did you have in mind?
Who are you? I'm Batman. Why so serious? You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. I'm allergic to nuts.
Who's the man behind the mask?
I got you!
Oh, God. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by... Ah! Who put that there? I could have really hurt myself.
So I'm actually, oh, it's 2026. I thought it was I thought it was 2025, but Legacy of the Dark Knight, I believe it's going to be going through like pretty much a lot of the Batman games, like the 3 Nolan films. I don't know. It looked like maybe no, because we saw a Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman suit. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we're going. Are we getting like? So are we getting like Batman 89, Batman Returns? I doubt it, but you definitely could tell like which Batman game or which Batman movies each scene belongs to, because it looks like we're getting those. We're getting the Pattinson Batman. Probably not getting the Ben Affleck just because he hasn't had his own solo Batman movie. So I'm excited for it. So also, let me pull it up. The also IGN posted a 31-minute where'd it go? A 31-minute gameplay of it. So let's check that out. Come on.
Lucius, I'm going to analyze 3 more chemicals. Can you tell me what they make when mixed with the sample I brought you earlier? Maybe a bear's been left behind in one of these containers.
So this is Batman Begins.
What in the? Threw that at? We got company. Hey, we got some snoopers.
I was at the Red Hood gang.
It isn't time. Not just yet.
Okay. Black. There's a lot of guys for you to fight. Is that Lucius fighting too?
I should keep
What?
Oh, yeah. Hey!
Something tells me there's a bear inside that container.
Like the giant bear painted on the side?
That is Lucius. He's there too. I think I saw where I think I saw on Twitter that this was like this the map is it's an open world map, and I think there's like 4 islands. It's even bigger than Arkham Knight.
That's the first chemical identified. Let's find the other 2.
You got it.
Oh no, that's Gordon. Okay, no, that's Gordon. That's not. I thought that was Lucius. He said Lucius at the beginning. Oh, you can choose your Batmobile, or like your vehicle. The Dark Knight, Golden Age, Rainbow Batman. Oh, Golden Age costume party. Oh my gosh, stop it. That's ridiculous.
There's probably
that's very Arkham-esque.
I'm not. It's me. It's 148. I was actually there.
Gotta focus.
Yeah, that's very like Arkham Takedown, that kind of stuff.
Gotta stay away from the security.
So is that supposed to be like a stealth takedown? The bears. And so now you got to analyze like the compound and stuff like that that's in it.
Just one more bear to analyze. Then we can figure out what Red Hood 1 is really up to.
He ain't making shampoo, that's for sure.
Look at that. You know what? That actually looks really, really good.
There's something down there. What's this?
So you can switch between okay.
Right.
Or like when I guess when it's like the missions call for it, you can switch between Gordon and Batman.
Jim, it's worse than we thought. We need to stop them from mixing these bears now.
Copy that. Let's go.
We need to identify another entry point. Perhaps a window or a vent.
So yeah, it has to be the Jeffrey Wright, Gordon. I mean, I would have been fine with Gary Oldman's version, but either way, this like works fine for me. I really like the look of it. Yeah, this is definitely like Batman or Batman Begins. So I wonder if this whole story is just, I know it's legacy of the Dark Knight, but I wonder if there's like an overarching story in the game that just has elements from those previous Batman movies. Yeah, that is something I am curious about. But this is coming out in 2026, so we'll definitely get more information about it.
Okay, boys, quick as you like. Time to put the plan into action.
There's a plan? Yeah, and where'd you want these?
Are you out of your minds? Haven't I gone over this enough times? We take one of these toys and another mixed with one of these. That'll take a while, so here's one I made earlier. Well, what do you know? It really is very effective. We're all out of goons. Red Hood 67!
Oh, that's a big boy.
Red Hood 89. We're moving to manufacture.
It's just, he's just sweeping them up.
Let's see what price falls on the people of Gotham. Keep it locked.
Time to break up this picnic.
Nobody's getting past me. Nobody.
I didn't. Yep, that's very. Yeah. I love how like a lot of the elements that they incorporated from the Arkham game.
We could use his size against him.
Let's strike quickly. Yeah, I need to dodge his attack next time.
Get out of the way, Jim.
Huh? Get him now.
I don't see you. Take him down, Batman.
Let's drop the key for the elevator. Come on.
Remember, Red Hoods, we are Gotham's new resident criminal masterminds. So that means there can be no mistakes and no accidents. Understood?
Yeah, sure.
Whoa, whoa! We ain't certified to be
Oh, that's not good. What is happening?
So much for criminal master.
We need to build something to help get us across that gap.
Those fan parts look loose.
Oh.
Upset the established order and turn everything into to chaos.
Oh, you didn't.
Because that's
Well,
who the Red
maybe
Hoods
did you die?
are. Agents of chaos.
Wayne Tech. Yeah, Wayne Tech Cash. I just honestly guessed the name of it up, to be quite frank. We need that right there.
We have what we need. Let's get building.
Not bad. Oh.
All right, that's all.
I love how you just bonk them and they just like fall apart. What's wrong again? I don't. Might not watch the rest of this just because it is like 30 minutes. I might have to like check and fill it later on, but.
Keep following those bears. We have to stop them from making their poison.
But yeah, so that's Batman not Arkham, Legacy of the Batman 2026. Just from everything, like what we watched like 13 minutes of it. Everything we've seen was in that 13 minutes. It looks very, 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 very good. And so I might have to play the other Lego Batman games before we get around to playing that. All right, so that is that. So the next thing we have is we got another little teaser for Ghost of Yotai, which there's a side video that I'm going to check out here as well, but let's check out this first. This also came out, I think, on Thursday. Mix of gameplay and in-game cinematics. I think if you were at GamerCon, you were able to like play some of these games. So let me see. I know they mentioned that during like one of the demos and all that you could play some of these games.
Are you going to give me a lie?
Sucker punch.
Swordsmith's daughter. I watched that tree burn. How did you escape?
Same way. I survived every battle. The thought of killing you. Ruthless spirits wandering the land, driven by vengeance. Sometimes I feel like that is what I am.
Okay. Yeah, and then that comes out in 2025. So there was a video that came out earlier today by Vera Dark. I want to check this out.
Ghost of Yotai has been facing some very serious backlash. Ghost of Yotai has been facing some very serious backlash ever since it was first announced. There were a lot of people that were unhappy that they went in this new female-focused direction instead of continuing Jin Sakai's story. Every single teaser and trailer has felt pretty underwhelming, and at Gamescom, they had this big Ghost of Yotai Legends reveal, and the crowd was bored to death. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, this really does summarize what the problem is with this industry. They're not making games for gamers anymore. They're making them for activists who don't actually play games, because the majority of the people who were in the crowd.
That is very true. Like if you've been around the block, if you've noticed it the past couple, I guess I just want to say years, but very much the past couple of 2 maybe 3 years, you have noticed that like there have been like a bunch of games where, let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Trying to see if I can find it, because there was an image that kind of showed what the. I probably can't find it. Okay, never mind. And there was like an image that I saw where like it showed the current developers behind, like Halo, for instance, and a lot of these games, they do have activists in it. Like you have game. It's the equivalent of people shouting there's not enough representation in movies or shows, but they themselves don't even go and watch the movie or shows. It's just a sign of, it's just a virtue signal. So
out at Gamescom were not gamers. They are journalists. They are some developers. They are executives. They're not people who are going to be purchasing these games. So number one, they're not going to get excited for anything on screen unless they were paid 20 extra bucks when they walked in the door to clap when the screen says clap. But second of all, they're not even creating games that gamers are particularly excited for, because if you look at the discussion around Yotai on social media, it's very mixed. There are some people who are saying we have to give Sucker Punch a chance. Tsushima was such an amazing game, and they're definitely going to make this game as amazing as possible, and it's going to exceed our expectations. And I totally understand that mentality. Tsushima was a phenomenal game, and I want them to make another even better game, but I have to agree with the other side of the argument, which is it looks like more of the same, but even a little bit worse, because every single teaser and trailer we've seen for Yotai looks really mediocre. Atsu's story is super basic. It's the same story that Noe had in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Her family is wronged, her village burned, so now she has to go on this revenge killing spree.
And I think I saw somebody, like another thing I saw somebody say was like the at least from like the female protagonist aspect, the whole avenge my family kind of situation is kind of Ghost of Tsushima didn't really follow that. Like it was obviously it was like your land is invaded by mongrels and stuff like that, and you know you're having to learn new skills to defeat an enemy that doesn't value honor as you do. So and yeah, I didn't even play Assassin's Creed Shadow because I was not interested in that game at all. If it was just based off the female ninja and not having like Yasuke in it, then I would have probably played it, but I was not interested in that game.
That's the same story Noe had. That's the story Atsu has. And I'm sure that there's other examples of that story existing out there too.
Yeah.
But two, I would say, very similar games back to back. And that's the best story you can come up with for your female protagonist. But the game doesn't really look that enhanced from Tsushima. It doesn't really look like they added any new super unique gameplay.
It does, from everything that I've seen. And again, I here on the channel, I've recently played Ghost of Tsushima, like back in April, I think it was April or May. I think it was April. And looking at it, looking at that game, looking at Ghost of Yotai, they virtually look the same. There's nothing really like unique that stands out with Ghost of Yotai. Like everything just basically looks the same, which is, it could be a good or a bad thing, but it's not. There doesn't seem like to be like that next maybe tweak of enhancement to make it stand out a lot more compared to its predecessor.
Systems or features, all of the costumes that we've seen have looked really mediocre. It just doesn't seem as enhanced as we would expect it to be. And now they're trying to sell people on Ghost of Yotai Legends, which is going to be a free DLC for Yotai owners. It's supposed to be like the multiplayer edition, a multiplayer mode. And
I remember them talking about that because I did see a little bit of this on Wednesday, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, because Vera did a live stream for the Gamescom and all that, and I'm curious on how that will work. They didn't really go into detail on how it will work or what it will look like, but yeah, the DLC that you get with this game comes with it's a DLC to where you'll be able to play like online with friends. So I'm curious to see on how that looks and how that plays out.
And well, the Gamescom crowd reacted to this Legends reveal very similarly to how people on social media are reacting to it, which is absolute silence. Nobody's clapping. Nobody seems really excited for this. Nobody seems particularly interested. They're just sort of sitting around, and even when it's time to clap, it was a really, really lackluster attempt. And gamers are reacting the same exact way on social media. That we had been waiting years for another Ghost game, and this is the best that you could do. You're now trying to sell us on this big multiplayer mode, and maybe this will be really cool. I am going to play Yotai. I'm going to give it a chance. I stream most of the games that I talk about on the channel because I think that it's only fair.
She does.
I see if my criticisms leading up to release were correct or if they were wrong. I'm fully willing to admit that. But this game's already faced so much backlash that I just don't see the general sentiment around this changing in such a positive direction. I mean, even looking at the upload over on YouTube, this is the official IGN upload. It's only sitting at 160,000 views. It's at 5K likes and 1.7K dislikes. So it's still being positively received, but 5K likes, that's it? For a trailer that was highlighted at Gamescom? That's really the best that you can do. And when you compare it to something like Black Myth Zonki, it's wildly different. Black Myth's trailer is at 2.4 million views, 72,000 likes to only 450 dislikes. It just goes to show that gamers are not really that interested in Yotai. And pair that with all of the controversy surrounding this game, I don't think this is going to make the money that they...
I think the voice actress for this game is also like basically like a leftist activist type person, and so that was already like an issue when the game was like the first announcement and everything of the game first came out was that. And so with the way people view leftism and activism in today's world, it is a very negative thing, and it will hurt whatever brand or whatever it is you're trying to put out. Like take a look at like the whole Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light situation. Like people like boycotted the crap out of Bud Light, and like it damaged them very, very badly. Now I don't think this is the same situation, but because this, again, the voice actress for this character is pretty much a leftist / activist type person, it already has it a lot going against it.
They expect. And as we've gotten closer to the release, fan concerns have increased because we also recently found out that the game's writers worked on Veilguard, Andromeda, and Anthem.
There you go. There you go right there. Dragon Age the Veilguard. That game, when that game came out, it was that was crazy. Like getting lectured on a person's pronouns in that game and stuff like that. I remember seeing clips about it. It was like really ridiculous.
And sure, some of these people worked on some really great games 10, 15, 20 years ago, but just because they made something good in the past doesn't mean that they can make something good now. Over time, people's skill set and the quality of their work do drastically change, whether it is positively or negatively. And the past couple of games they've made have been complete and utter failures. Pair that with the fact that this lead actress, Erika Ishii, is a activist, it just doesn't bode well.
This, we will not let these terrorists shake our resolve. 2020 showed us that we will rise up and make our voices heard, despite voter suppression, facing down a white supremacist police force, risking health and safety. We hit the polls and streets to say no more. They can't stop us. This was back in 2021 or January 6th of 2021. So historically, the answer to an attempted coup is to never acknowledge its legitimacy. We will not ignore this. We will treat these terrorist thugs like an unlawful mob. They are like the unlawful mob that they are, and hold them accountable and responsible for this. Yeah, see, this is the issue. Like, again, you've pretty much already damaged the game because you have somebody like this. So this isn't even the only example. There are probably like other games that you could probably like point out to where something like this similar has happened
for this project, and maybe none of the modern day slop that we see in the industry now will infect this project, but it's always good to stay cautiously optimistic. And with this, Legends reveal and it being received so poorly by the shills in the industry, I don't even want to imagine how gamers are going to feel when this releases, if people even pay attention to it when it releases. It might just be one of those.
I probably will more than likely get the game. I don't know if I will play it as soon as it comes out, just because here on the gaming channel, like there's so many games that I've got going on. Like currently right now, we're streaming some Skyrim. We're doing a little bit of X-Men Legends from the PS2 era. And then there's already other games that I've already got like lined up and already planned out to do, on top of having the Nerd Talk podcast channel, where right now we're also over there. We're doing Star Trek Strange New World Season 3 reviews, talking about Alien Earth, about to add some brand new content over there, like watching anime and stuff like that. So we're already like, ooh.
Things that launches and then it like instantly fades into obscurity, but a lot of gamers are roasting this. Imagine if they made the sequel with Jin that gamers actually were asking for. Mega oof, and the crowd goes mild. When you are dumping hundreds of millions of dollars into a project, you don't want the reaction to be blank faces and maybe like one or two very quick, quiet claps. I have zero interest in this game. The original was great, but I'm not playing a DEI sequel with the main character modeled on and performed by some weirdo LGBT actor.
I am pretty like excited for the. I'm not excited. It's probably like a strong word, but I am pretty interested in the game.
And I want this game
to
come out, and I want it to be good. I want every single game to come out and be good. I say it all the time, even the wokest titles like Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, Dustborn, Concord, Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, developers have a right to create those, but gamers also have the right to not swipe their credit cards on them. The market will speak for itself, and it definitely has been. And I loved Tsushima, so I wanted Yote to come out, and I wanted to give it a chance, and I will still try it, but at the same time, I just don't see this selling the probably 10 million copies that they want it to. No one's excited for this BS. Make games great again. Put a chick in it, make it lame and gay. Ghost of Woke was waiting on the reaction. Not a damn thing. It's so funny to me that the people who either paid to be there or were paid to be there did not have any sort of reaction at all whatsoever. So this is just a very bad look for Sony and Sucker Punch and Ghost of Yote. I will, of course, be keeping my eye on this title. We're only really a couple of weeks away from its launch, so we'll have to see how the market...
Getting into September, so we're basically about a month away from like Ghost of Yote, and then a few other games as well. Jurassic World Evolution 3.
Marketing campaign really picks up if they're going to dump even more money into it. I really haven't seen that many advertisements for it, which also is a really bad sign, but maybe they just have no confidence in it, given ever since it was first officially announced, there's been major backlash surrounding it. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below.
Yeah, so it's and like let's be quite clear, Western game companies are being outperformed by indie games and stuff like that. Like you take, or like not depending on the game. Like take Claire Obscure Expedition 33. A team of like what I believe maybe like 30, 40, 50 people made that game, and it should be game of the year this December. It should be game of the year. Like everybody has talked about the game. Everybody who has played the game have praised it relatively good, and it's gotten more people because of word of mouth and because people have talked about how much they love this game. It has helped it push itself to top of the list. I don't think there's a game that's coming out this year that can beat that game, and that is, it is technically a Western game because it's made by a small, I believe, French team. But take a look at like Black Myth Wukong, and then a few other indie based or like Eastern Chinese, Japanese style games or whatever. They've done a lot better compared to the Western style games like your Ubisoft, which has not been, they had the disaster that is Star Wars Outlaws, and then Assassin's Creed Shadows. I think there's another one that's coming out relatively soon. Not Activist. There's other ones as well. So yeah, it is something for sure to take a look at. So next thing we have is we're jumping back into Call of Duty. So this was a trailer, or like the gameplay reveal trailer for Call of Duty Black Ops 7. So let's check this one out.
They want you afraid. Fear makes you easier to control. It's time to wake up.
Your streets shall once again run red with your blood.
Raul Menendez ignited global unrest on an unprecedented scale.
Menendez is a terrorist. We're bringing peace and security to the world.
He refuses to let me go.
Stop looking backwards, David. What matters is what we do next.
A lot of people counting on us for answers.
Inspector 1, report. Need a sit rep.
This isn't real.
The hell it ain't!
I'm being quite honest. Like I just don't care about Call of Duty.
So eager to leave, Da Vinci. Killing the man is a hell of a lot easier than killing the idea.
You were never cut out to be a Mason.
No more games. This ends now.
Get the Reznov Challenge Pack when you pre-order now.
How much is pre-order for this game? Like, I'm just not that. Let's see. Okay, so Black Ops 7, you're look, it is pre-order, or let's see. You can either pay about 69.99, so probably like $74 for the just regular game, or you can pay over $100 for the Vault Edition, or you can pay $30, or so you could pay about $70 for the base game, then pay an additional $30 down the line for the Vault Edition upgrade, or you could just spend $100 outright and get all of it. Nah, I'm not all that interested. Oh, they got Lego Batman games on sale. Is there any see? Okay, so they don't have a price tag for Lego Batman. What about Ghost of Yotai? I remember seeing like you could get like a specialized PS. Okay, never mind. Oh, never mind. It's probably going to only go to like PlayStation and then come to PC a year later or something like that. Let me see. What about? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Just. Oh, that's February 2026. Okay. All right. So basically, that's Black Ops 7. Don't really care. Probably not gonna play it. Like I said, I prefer, the old Call of Duty games. Side note, now that I think about it, let me pull this up. I forgot about this. Let's see. Okay, that's so weird. Let me find it. Where's that? You find a clear image of it. Oh, because PlayStation decided to go and they blame it on tariffs, but they decided to go and add, I think here it is. So they decided to go and add probably at least an additional $50 price increase. PlayStation is increasing the price of the PS5 in the US starting. This was 3 days ago on the August 20th. PlayStation 5, the standard one, is like $549.99. The digital edition $49.99, and then the Pro is almost $800. So let's see. Let me do something. want to see something real quick. Let's see what it was. Let's see what was PlayStation's profit. Let's say 2024. Okay, so for the fiscal year ending in March, so it ended a couple of months ago. Sony's Game and Network Service reported an operating income profit of approximately at least 2.8 billion in US dollars. This represents a 43% increase year over year. Mm-hmm. Okay. See about this one. Oh, I misspelled some stuff. That's okay. I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about. So that is so why would I go and spend almost $800 on a PlayStation Pro? And again, a lot of people have pointed out, now whether you agree with it or not, like you're basically paying for like old technology, because technology rapidly changes very, very quick. So what was new today, by next year, it's going to be the equivalent of it being like 20 years old. So I don't know. It's crazy. Like they, let me see if I can find where they. So this is at these prices, I can get a computer more powerful than the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro. So yeah, I mean, when people are talking about the prices and stuff like that. Okay, so similar to so this was update from similar to many global businesses, we continue to navigate a challenging economic environment. As a result, we've made a difficult decision to increase the recommended retail price for PlayStation 5 consoles in the US starting on August 21st. This update recommended there's so, but this is mainly part. This is also Nintendo's fault too, because a lot of these companies saw people just. Nintendo came out with their prices and stuff like that. People were outraged about it, but guess what? People still went and bought the game. They bought the Switch 2. That gave the idea to companies that, hey, we can increase our prices too, and nothing's really going to be done about it. So, what is this?
Yes, kind of.
It's you. It's you.
Yeah. Well, yes, kind of.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know, but yeah, that's just something that I wanted to like. I just remembered it that happened the other day, or actually just this week. So much has happened this week in terms of like, in the gaming community and things like that. So, but yeah, that's just a mess, honestly. But yeah. All right, so 2 more things, and then we'll be basically done. Going over pretty much catching up on all the games and stuff like that. We have some new stuff for Silent Hill F, which dropped September 25th, I believe. This is also during like Gamescom.
Target
Retro 1 to HQ. We haven't found an active suspect at the scene. Chances are good that it's still in the fact no one. You better consider the hunt. Take it over.
Last seen fleeing Tsuneyoshi Shrine. Exercise extreme caution.
You saved my life and laid claim to my soul. In turn, I shall save your souls by claiming the life of your own self.
Who was that? What is this place?
This way.
I better get going.
I've never played a Silent Hill game. There are a lot of games I have not
A good
played.
day is always an extraordinary day. An extraordinary day isn't always good day. With that in mind, today's a bit too extraordinary.
So this is where you are. I wondered where you had gone. You need to start getting ready. It's time to say your goodbyes. You're going to kill them with your own hands.
What's going on? No, it's got my home too. The holes, the doors, everything's changed. Tell me, who are you? Please. Just die.
Oh, God.
It must be hard for you to bid farewell to childhood friends.
Yes. No. It had to be done. As soon as I could.
Oh, yeah. September 25th. Yeah. That makes sense. Let's see. What does that look like in terms of games? Let's see. Silent Hill F. Let's go to Steam. So that's basically, is there like a... All right, so what is this? Pre-purchase this. So there is the regular price of like, $70, and then there is the digital deluxe. Oh, okay. You get to play it 2 days early ahead of full release. It starts in okay. So, what is that? The 25th? What is that? I don't know why they release games on like days like this. So the 25th is on a Thursday. And so you could play it like 2 days before. Why do they like most of these games that I've noticed? Like I think College Football 26 did this as well, where like they release on a Thursday. So not sure why that is. I'm very curious about that. But yeah, that is Silent Hill F. A game I'm very much interested in. It is on my wish list. I have a lot of games on my wish list, but to be quite honest. Let's see. Okay, IGN posted this about actually today. See, here's why you shouldn't be scared of Silent Hill F's combat. Let's see what they have to say about this. I'm not really a big fan of IGN anyway.
Despite the massive hype for Silent Hill F, I think it's pretty safe to say that longtime series fans have been a little bit concerned about what's been perceived to be a shift in combat styles towards something a little bit more Souls-like. In order to calm those fears, I decided to speak to series producer Okamoto-san and director Al Yang to find out exactly how the combat works.
So this is one of the things that we see the term Souls-like being thrown around on the internet quite a bit, and I think it's a label that's
it's kind of like so Dark Souls, Elden Ring, what was it, Sekiro? That's how you pronounce it. I've never seen anything in regards to Silent Hill, so I don't know what the combat looked like beforehand compared to this. So
a bit disingenuous right now. So I think a lot of modern players, they'll see like, oh, there's a stamina meter, there's a dodge, and they're like, okay, it's a Souls-like. But to be very honest, a lot of these things we actually pulled from classic Silent Hill titles. So if you look at Silent Hill 4, there's a charge meter in there for your attacks, kind of like our focus meter. And then for even Silent Hill 3, there's a stamina meter. You see it later on, but these things aren't new and exclusive to Souls-like games. They've been part of action horror games for a very, very long time. And for us, we think it's a label that if you have these things, you're labeled as a Souls-like. And we'd like to reiterate that we are an action horror game, but we are not a Souls-like. When we were looking at Silent Hill F, this is the first Silent Hill title for a very long time. And of course, we wanted to respect the older fans out there, but also kind of bring in kind of fresh blood, maybe people who haven't played Silent Hill. And then because of this, we spent a lot of time kind of looking at the classic titles and be like, okay, what's the gameplay that people could expect here? But what's also some gameplay that newer fans might be interested in? And one of the things we really settled on is Silent Hill 4 had a very extensive combat system that was also very melee focused. So from here, we basically said, okay, if we're going to do this, we still have to have all the trademarks of classic kind of a horror gaming, traditional horror gaming combat. So there's some things that are very interesting and very similar, which is like distance. If you are closer to someone in a traditional horror game with guns, then it means it's more dangerous, you know? And then because of that, you have things like kind of aiming, your crosshairs, they have to kind of go in. There's a lot of time, there's a lot of weight. It slows down the entire pacing of the game. So because we settled on melee combat, because we want to kind of go in a fresh direction, we had to take a lot of these core systems that slowed down the pace, that regulated combat in traditional horror games, and then find an analogy for them in our title. So again, aiming and then crosshairs going down is kind of like our focus meter. Again, there's precedence for this. If you look back to Silent Hill 3, Heather, not the biggest character out there, not full of muscles, kind of deal. So again, we looked to her for a lot of inspiration. And on the combat side, you'll notice we focused on two major things. One is that you don't feel like a superhero. There's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of combat, but it shouldn't feel like you're just one-shotting everything. You're just crazy overpowered. Honestly, it's always a fight for survival. It's tense. You have to pick your fights very carefully because you have limited resources here. Okay. And at the same time, we've took a lot of effort in designing her emotions, all the animations. So it's like she's struggling. These are heavy weapons. She's flailing wildly. It's less about skill and more about survival. And I hope the players can kind of see that through the way that she acts and then her emotions.
So for those types of players, we have a type of experience in the form of a difficulty setting called story mode. So for players who want that type of experience, we would like to recommend the story mode difficulty.
Okay. So if you want to play the new version or like the new combat style, you can. If you would rather play what it was like when you were playing like the other Silent Hill games, sounds like you can definitely go back and do that as well.
So again, for the Sandy system, this is one of the support mechanics for the game. And as we said before, we want to put the game in a more action-based focus, but again, we don't want to alienate kind of classic Silent Hill players or players who might not be as familiar with action games. So Sandy system, what it allows you to do is, for instance, there are counters in the game and you have to kind of grab the right timing for it. But by expending this resource, it kind of slows everything down. It slows the pace of the game down so that players are able to easier grasp this thing or execute stronger moves. So a good analogy is in classic traditional range-based horror games, you have to wait for the crosshair to shrink before you get maximum damage. And again, that slows the pacing of the game down. For us, the focus is kind of the same deal with using the Sandy system. It's like, okay, I'm really trying to pay attention to the monster here. Until my gauge fills up, I can unleash a stronger, like a headshot attack. But in the middle, if they decide to attack me, then I have a much stronger window to basically counter back. So it's there to really regulate the pace of the gameplay and to kind of help the player defeat combat easier.
It's got my home too. The halls, the doors, everything's changed.
So the types of elements that longtime fans can expect from this game are the types of elements that you would expect from traditional Silent Hill games, like the environments, the graphics, the storytelling. All of those traditional elements, players can expect to find those. And for this game, the core aspect of the game's narrative focuses around the protagonist Hinako and her struggles of trying to fight the societal oppression that women face. So for this game, players can follow her journey and follow along her path towards trying to fight back against such types of suppression. So from there, yes, again, if you try out the story mode, you'll be able to follow her journey very much up close.
Okay.
Because it's the newest game in a very long kind of running series, and it's been a bit of a hiatus. For us, the most important things is to go back and grab the atmosphere, like that classic tension and dread, the kind of not knowing.
Like visually, it looks like really, really good. Like it does look creepy. It's just,
what's around the corner.
I like the look.
For us, the atmosphere in Silent Hill is something very unique that no other game has. So we spend a lot of time making sure that fans would kind of recognize this, not just from the gameplay, but also from, there's some story deep cuts I think some longtime fans might pick up on and enjoy. But then just like in the beginning of the game, as you're walking down the hill, the empty kind of town might seem familiar to some longtime fans. So some things aren't very direct, for instance, but we try to make a lot of things in the game that would feel at home to a lot of these longtime fans.
With that in mind, today's a bit too extraordinary.
Yes, Silent Hill Elf will be coming out in September 25th on the Xbox platforms, PS5, Steam, Epic Store, and Microsoft Windows.
Who are you? Please. Just die.
Yeah.
Massive thanks there to Okamoto-san and Al Yang for answering my questions. Now, one thing I want to bring up is something they told me off camera, and that is that the gameplay of Silent Hill F is actually cyclical, and that there are multiple endings that you can unlock through repeated play. And also that as you play, you can unlock new skills and strengths for Hinako. That means if you start on story difficulty and then play on harder difficulties, you'll have experience from the playtime before, and Hinako will be slightly stronger than before.
Oh.
This is a game that's meant to be replayed multiple times, so there is no shame in starting the game on story mode, experiencing that classic Silent Hill story, and then going in and experiencing some of that harder combat. Anyway, hopefully this has calmed your fears a little bit, but for more about Silent Hill F, stay tuned to us here at Gamescom 2025.
Okay, that's it. That's pretty good. You know, you get multiple replayability out of it. Like Baldur's Gate 3, you can play that multiple times and get different outcomes with that game. That's actually really, really good that they did that. That's actually really good. I think that was relatively it for like the Silent Hill stuff. I'm just double checking to see if there was anything in particular, at least recently with the game. Doesn't look like it. Okay. All right. So last thing on the agenda that I would say I'm fairly excited for, even though it has been quite some time since I've actually not quite some time. I've played some Resident Evil games, but I played the PlayStation 4 little remake. Maybe not PlayStation 4, but the remake. And then earlier this year we did Resident Evil 2. But Resident Evil Requiem looks like it's going to be a very fun game for sure.
Man, come on. You have been on that thing all day.
Well, if you're gonna work so late.
Get some sleep, eh?
I'm almost done, just a sec.
It's really coming down hard.
Mom, phone. Mom.
It's right beside you.
Hello?
Miss Ashcroft?
Yes.
I think I saw with this game where they mentioned that there's two different modes. There's the developer mode to where I think it's where you're gonna play it how the developers kind of thought you could oh, this would be good in this first person or this would be good in third person. They kind of decided for you. You might be able to still change it in the game. I know in the game they mentioned that you can kind of go seamlessly back and forth between first and third person. So
who was it?
Dunno. They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me.
Rude.
What the?
They're coming. Grace, we need to go.
Go where? Mom, what's going on?
Hurry.
Wait, who's coming? What's wrong?
Shh. We need to keep our voices down.
This is ridiculous.
You're asking too many questions.
Tell me what's going on.
Now is not the time. Stay close.
Mom, wait.
Grace, keep moving.
Oh, who's that? Oh, I'm so sorry about the power outage.
What happened?
It's really no excuse, and I apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Don't worry.
I should have it fixed soon. I just need to find my...
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Come on in, Grace. Grace, look at me. Grab my hands. Okay, look at me. Look at me. In and out. Breathe in and out.
Which one has asthma or panic attacks, something like that.
I will explain this all to you one of these days. Grace, please know that you are my hope. Never forget that.
What are you talking about?
Just, I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
Mom,
scared. No. We need to find a way out of here now.
But we don't have any of our stuff.
We can come back for it later, Grace.
February 26th or 27th. Why did I say that? Yeah, so I'm very excited for that game as well. So I've got that one wish listed, I believe. Oh, it looks like somebody also posted like demo. Yeah, like I said, like at Gamerscom, they or Gamescom, they had like demos that you could play. So now obviously it probably went out to like influencers or stuff like that for them to put out. And so if people kind of like hate it or something like that, it'll be like, no, I guess it's still technically will be geared towards the studio, but they can like gauge and see what fans think of everything so far. So they probably influencers got a chance to play a little bit of the game or the demo of it a couple of months, maybe like several weeks ago before this was, released. So I'll probably do a separate video watching some of like the gameplay and stuff like that. But overall, yeah, you know what? Very much excited. That's pretty much a recap of all the game stuff that we got this week. There was a ton of it, and that's pretty much it. I just want to thank you guys for hanging out, watching on Kick, Twitch, and the gaming channel here on YouTube. Obviously, if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. If you're watching on Kick and Twitch, then definitely hit the follow button. Well, plenty of content on the gaming channel for you guys to check out as well. But thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Y'all have a good one.